What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and hope everyone is having a good day off. Being that today is DSP's day off, and of course, it gives all of the detractors a nice day to chill and relax and hang out with their moms, their wives, their families, their creatures, whoever you want to hang out with. So, hope you are enjoying today. So today we're going to be taking a look at our DSP's daily rap video after the big announcement where Phil has decided to allow Mike Clum to milk him. That's right. Phil, let's not forget, back in November, screamed and cried and yelled at Turkey Tom for wanting to milk him. And he said, "I'm a human. No one is allowed to milk me." But apparently Mike Clum had the magic words that allowed Phil to whip out the teats and let him get milked. So let's see what Phil had to say on the Daily Wrap.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Wednesday, the 3rd of January, 2024. Yet another awesome streaming day, if I do say so myself. Lots of fun content, announcements, great vibes all around. Let's just get right into it, all right? So, yesterday we had a day of Resident Evil 0 Remastered, and then a night stream where we actually finished Like a Dragon Gaiden, a great streaming day. Today we swapped over to totally different games. On the first stream, it was more Baldur's Gate 3, and the great news here is that we actually did pretty much all the progress we needed to do to wrap up all the plot in the Goblin Camp. At the end of the stream, we actually had started like this big celebration party for having won at the Goblin base, and celebrating, with the people from the Druid camp, and then the Tieflings, and then we ran out of time. So it was great, multiple boss fights, fun stuff, great loot found. I actually leveled up to hit level 5, and now it seems like my characters are going to be pretty darn good at this point with all these new abilities they just got. I haven't even had a chance to use them in combat yet because they just leveled up, but I think it's going to be pretty sweet. So overall, great progress, great stream, and great fun. Tonight on the late stream, it was Sea of Stars. Only my second session of the game. Definitely feeling the vibes inspired by, again, Chrono Trigger, Super Mario RPG, and even a game like Suikoden. But another game that definitely I think it has an influence from is Golden Sun, because now I'm starting to do these platforming puzzles and things, and they're very reminiscent of like the secret platforming and things you'd have to do in the environment back in the day with the Golden Sun series. So great 2-hour stream tonight. Good progress. We kind of got out of the intro segment, got some new party members, having a great time with the game overall. The vibes were very chill. This game is absolutely perfect for a late night chill stream. It's definitely that style of game. I don't think that if I played Sea of Stars as a daytime playthrough that it would really work very well, only because I feel like it would have limitations of the amount of people who would want to turn out for a classic style JRPG. Already, at night we're having like 250 viewers, something like that, which is great for a late night chill stream. And I want to say thanks to those who are watching that playthrough and supporting it in any way. I'm appreciative of that because I like playing variety. This is a game that I wanted to play back in the summer when it came out, but I was already playing Chrono Trigger. Now is the perfect time to focus on it this month before we get to new releases, so it's good stuff there. Now, undoubtedly, the thing...
Alrighty, so yes, Phil did play, what did he play? Was it, Resident Evil, which of course is always a boring time with Phil because he's terrible. He's terrible at these damn games. I don't know why he keeps playing them. But of course, last night he played a Sea of Stars, and this was the second playthrough, and the playthrough's already dead. Our boy Phil managed to pull in a whopping $16 in tips. I don't think he got any super chats, and he did get a couple memberships, so he did get that. But that playthrough was super boring and dead. I was clipping it, and after about an hour, I just got tired and figured, you know what? I'll clip it in the morning and publish the video. I'll push it out this morning. But it was just super fucking boring and dead. Phil manages to kill a good game like nobody's business. This man can take the best game ever created. He could take a game created by God himself, right? The great creator. And Phil would manage to make it look boring as all hell. That's a superpower, folks. His superpower is being able to play any game and make it terrible and boring. All right, so now, of course, Phil's going to talk about the big announcement where he agrees to be milked by Mike Clum.
Thing that a lot of people were talking about today and shocked at is that I had a big announcement on my podcast this morning that this year, in 2024, I will be participating in and being I'm going to have a documentary made on me. Let's put it that way, okay? And it's going to be unlike any of the other documentaries you've seen up to this point. It's a real one. It's not fake. It's not a bunch of people just putting together toxic, negative things about me. Instead, it's basically a bunch of people who are going to be, just sharing both sides of my story from over the years. People from my past and, me telling history about stuff. giving my take on things, and I'm sure, we're going to have all things covered. Yes, there's going to be drama, but there's also going to be all the positive things too covered. And that's the great thing, is that unlike a one-sided documentary that's all about nonsense, drama, and conspiracy, this one is going to cover a lot of very positive topics and show me in a good light as well as a bad one. It's going to be fair and balanced in that way, and likely it'll be the only piece of content on the internet to ever do that. All right, this is going to be an ongoing process over the course of the year. This is not something happening tomorrow. Basically, I outlined as much as I possibly could in the podcast from this morning. So if you're interested to hear about an actual dark side filled documentary and what it's going to cover and all the stuff, it was a ginormous segment of my podcast earlier today. I urge you to give that a watch, because I really, I'm not going to keep reiterating, but in a nutshell, I don't have a lot I can tell you yet, because we're actually in the development phases. We're actually working on dates when filming can happen, the kind of scenes we're going to be filming and stuff like that. It's going to be interesting for sure for everyone. It's not just for people who like me, people who don't like me. It's pretty much for everyone out there to get an idea. So many people have heard DSP or Dark Side Phil, but don't exactly know who I am, or they've only heard me for really stupid purposes, and now they're going to get to know the full story in like an hour, which is pretty cool. So anyway, give the podcast a look if you're interested in the full details of that, and you'll get some information. Good news is it's not really going to affect me in too big of a way yet. In a few months, possibly, maybe like in like March-ish, there'll definitely be filming going on, and you'll see that will affect my streams and the like. But for the most part, it's business as usual around here for several months. You don't have to worry about it right now, okay? Anyway.
Alrighty, so yes. Your boy Duty was there when he made this big announcement, and I'm calling it the Great Milkening. That's what I'm calling it. He has decided to allow Mike Clum to milk him. This motherfucker is the most delusional person I've ever met in my life. You would think that this is Jesus Christ reincarnated. That's what Phil literally thinks about himself. He really thinks that he's that fucking interesting, that his life has meaning and enough content within his life that people want to know. You are a fucking joke. You are only known and semi-relevant was because you got caught masturbating on your stream. That's what you're going to be known for, Phil. It doesn't matter what happened. You can save a country from nuclear war. You can go and feed starving children in Africa. It doesn't fucking matter, because when you die, your headstone will say, Philip Burnell, the man that masturbated on stream. That's what you will be known for now, before, now, and forever. It doesn't matter what fucking documentary is published out there about you. That's who the fuck you are. You are a greedy asshole who spends his day begging for money. That's what you do, Phil. You beg for money. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. I don't give a shit if you claim that you only beg twice a day or 3 times a day, or you really don't beg at all. No, when you sit there and you fucking do tip audits and you fucking mention it 5-6 times within one stream that you need money because it's your business and you need to pay your bills, and you have to take your fat fucking wife out for a meal once a week, that's fucking begging, Phil, and it's fucking pathetic. And no amount of fucking paint can airbrush your fucking pathetic life. I don't give a fuck how magical Mike is, because Mike Clum's a pretty talented dude. I don't give a fuck how much talent he has. There is no cleaning up or polishing up that fucking turd called DSP. There is not. And to sit here and think that people are going to be interested to know about your childhood, to know about your street fighting days, to know why you got it. No one gives a fuck, Phil. No one gives a fuck. People watch documentaries for one thing, for fucking drama. And you can't accept that. You can't get that through your fucking fat balding head. That's all people care about. So whether this documentary is 30 minutes or an hour, it doesn't matter what positive light they put you in for, whatever, let's say 30 minutes of the hour is positivity. No one gives a fuck. All they're going to look at is the begging. They're going to look at you masturbating. They're going to look at Moist Critical. They're going to look at the bank leaks. They're going to look at your WWE champions. They're going to look at your gambling addiction. They're going to look at your alcoholism. They're going to look at all that. And that's what people are going to remember. They're not going to remember you as this comeback story. You're not a fucking comeback story. You're a pathetic, lazy fucking boomer who refuses to get a job and wants to stream the rest of his life because it's an easy fucking paycheck. That's what you are, Phil. There's no way around it. There's no changing that. Again, there is no amount of fucking paint. You can take all of the paint in the world and that shit will not fucking cover up the stench that is DSP. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck how much air fresheners you put on that shit. It's still gonna smell like shit, Phil. You're gonna smell like shit. And you know what? You're gonna come off even fucking worse. Because what's gonna happen is people like myself are gonna highlight all the negative. They're gonna highlight all the negative and post that shit. And if yeah, you may get a couple million people watching this documentary, and most of them will be detractors that don't like you, and they will take the negative aspects of it and criticize you for that. And then you're gonna get the millions of other views from detractors like myself that are going to cover it, that are going to review it, that are going to make tons of content over it, just like with Side Scrollers, with the Side Scrollers interview. And it's just going to make you look even fucking worse. You never learn your fucking lesson. I feel like I'm in a fucking time warp. I feel like I'm back in 2022 when Phil tried rebranding himself yet again. And he talked about his new channel. He talked about possibly doing an interview or documentary. And then March came around, Side Scrollers came and fucking slapped him upside of his head so bad that his hair has been falling out and he hasn't been able to fucking recuperate. We're back to 2022 again. And Phil thinks, this is the problem. Phil thinks he is the smartest motherfucker in the room when he is not. He really thinks that because Mike Clum is being nice to him and saying all the positive things to him and stroking his tiny testicles, that, you know, everything's going to be cool and that he's going to hook him up. Yeah, okay, let's see. And take a look at fucking Boogie's documentary. That shit painted Boogie in a terrible fucking light. And Boogie thought that was good. Boogie thought, no, this was good. I was being honest. It showed all aspects of my life. And that's what you think you're going to fucking do, Phil? And you think you're going to come out like some hero or people are going to feel sympathetic for you? Fuck no. People are going to fucking despise you. Excuse me. And I can't wait for that documentary to come out because I'm going to have weeks and weeks of content burying your stupid ass. Alrighty, let's go.
So all that happened today. It was a great day. And by the way, I just want to say overall, thank you for a really great streaming week. This week, just think about all the stuff we did this week, okay? Finished RoboCop. Great playthrough, awesome ending. Finished Like a Dragon Gaiden. Great playthrough, awesome ending. Continued on with the really fun and awesome Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough, correct? Basically came to a determination that I'll keep playing Street Fighter, but not as much because it's not that good online. But also, started up 2 new playthroughs in Resident Evil 0 Remastered, which was really fun to play yesterday. I can't wait to play it more on Saturday. And of course, Sea of Stars, which now I've played 2 sessions of. So, super fun stuff this week.
Yeah, nobody cares. I'm coming back because I'm not done ranting. The other fucking thing that's pissing me the fuck off, and Phil confirmed this yesterday, and of course I mentioned it and I knew that was the fact. I actually showed video coverage and footage of it. Phil fucking told his dents. Excuse me. Phil told his dent and the internet that he fucking lied to everyone yet again. And of course what? He lied to protect his family. Is that the excuse, Phil? You fucking lied yet again. Back in November when you were responding back to Turkey Tom and you told your dents that, nope, I'm not going to do it because you guys don't want me to do it and I'm staying away from the drama. I'm content with streaming to 200 people and making my piddly paycheck and begging. I'm fine with that. That's all I want to do. In the meantime, while you were fucking spouting that bullshit out, you were talking and meeting with Mike Clum about doing a documentary. So you fucking lied, Phil. You flat out fucking lied yet again. And the thing is, you don't need it. You didn't need to fucking lie, Phil. Why'd you have to lie again? God, everything about your life is one big fucking lie. And the problem with this documentary, Phil, is that you're gonna lie in this documentary. But the problem is we have 15 years of your shitty fucking content to just fucking debunk anything you're gonna say. Anything you're gonna say is gonna get debunked by 15 years of content, Phil. So when you sit here and you lie or you try to retcon shit, nah, that's not gonna work. You know why? Because when that happens, Duty and multiple other detractors are gonna get those clips where you fucking said something else, and we're gonna blast that shit all over the internet, and we're gonna call you out for the bullshit that you're trying to pull here. This is gonna be the most ridiculous fun thing of 2024. You guys really thought that the Side Scrollers interview was disastrous for Phil? This is going to be so much fucking worse because what's going to happen is you're going to have the detractor communities from various areas like LTGs, Wings, people that really don't give a shit about DSP that much. They're going to see this documentary because that's what happened with Boogie. And they're going to despise this man. They're going to look into the detractor content and they're going to hate this fucking man. And all it's gonna do is just gonna create it's gonna create a bigger army of detractors against Phil. And he just doesn't know what he has coming for him in 2024. Oh my lord, I can't wait till fucking like a month after this interview comes out, and he's trashing Mike Clum for being a detractor and setting him up and lying to him about the documentary, and it was a disaster and he was wrong and he shouldn't have done it. It's just gonna be 2023 all over again, and your boy Duty just can't wait for that content to be published. He just can't. Anyway, that's all I have. He just goes on and talks about his fucking schedule. Nobody gives a fuck. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.